Hi, good morning. It's Friday, November 6th, and this is a review or a recap of the Flute 3B lesson today at 8:55 on Friday. So at this point, first of all, you're starting to see those who are practicing at home sounding better and knowing what to do. This is what's going to happen. So let's try to, if you can spend a little more time practicing with your child or reminding them, fantastic. First of all, we're now using the long head joint, not the curved one. They're all big enough. Okay? There's no reason to. If they want to and they like it, that's okay. But I think they're pretty much, the idea was that with the curved joint, they didn't have to spread the hands so far apart. Hold the flute so far away from the body, and it brought the flute closer. But I don't see that as an issue for anybody in the class. I anticipated, frankly, that in third grade the children would be much smaller. So that's good. Okay, we start the day, any practice session, with the head joint. This is the embouchure plate. This is the tone hole. The opening goes to the right, my right. I'm looking in the reverse camera right now. So it goes to the right. You center it with the tone hole turned in. You don't want to put up the flute and have it over here, 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 here. And the best way to find that is by centering it and pressing it in. You must have some pressure against your mouth for the flute not to flop around and to basically hold the flute properly. It's this finger, which I call the door hinge. That's got to be against the flute. That's the left pointer finger against the flute at all times. Then you roll it out, and then you make a tone. Now, I'm going to lean in. Sorry, don't look at my face. Look at the lips. See how small that is? And did you see my tongue start the tone? Not too much, not that kind of thing. That's crazy, right? And we're trying to make as clear a sound as possible. In class, I play a little bit, they imitate, and so forth. Then, just to get, after the lips are warmed up, we put the flute together. And again, this is a review. There is a key on the top of the flute that we never touch. It's a vent. That line, there should be a line straight up that runs through the hole. You see, it's not quite on right, so I'm going to turn that over. And you're going to have this go up to here. Okay. Now, the first note I like to play is B flat, and because it's using both fingers, both hands equally to hold the note, and it speaks well. So you've got the right hand. By the way, we did some exercises today because when I say put your right finger down, I see. I mean, everybody does it. They look at their finger. The finger is going to be there. It's not going to fall off. You have to use your sensation to know which hand. So in order to try to get them to sense it a little bit more, taking the right hand position, which is on the bottom three keys, and your first finger. Remember, your thumb's not a finger, at least not for playing flute. First finger, right hand. Second, third. And I get them first to just do this, like on a trampoline. But notice I'm putting them all down together. I'm not doing this. And notice I'm not doing this. I'm using the flesh part of the finger, I don't know what that's called. It's sort of the swirl of where your fingerprints are, into the well. I taught them today the word concave. Okay, it dips in. You want your finger there. You don't want this, you don't want this, and you don't want this. Like this. And then they go up and down. Just like that. Then you do one. Then you do two. You notice you're not hearing this. You're hearing this. Then three. And then sometimes you do this, because this is going to be a note. It's going to be F sharp. Okay. So we have the letter C, like this. See that letter C? I don't know if I can... You get the idea. Letter C, and the pinky on the E flat key. This is for B flat now. This is the fingering. B flat key, the E flat key. And then the top hand, we have the thumb on the back of the key, And you skip this and you put your finger down here. Remember, now this is the door hinge. It's always got to be like this. Always. If you don't have the pressure here, it keeps falling off your face. So now you've got these two notes, two hands. You center it. You roll it. Some students today were just banging it right out. And then when we go to C, which is line 3, I'm going backwards. From B flat to C, all you do is lift the thumb up and you lift this finger up. That's all you have to do. Remember, this finger is holding the flute. And then we can end with the first, actually, how the book starts, on the note D, which is everything down, everything except the right pinky, and except the first finger. By the way, this pinky, the left pinky, we're not going to use most of the year. So don't, if you see them like this, with that on there, not good. This finger goes for here, and we're not using that. So here's D. Thumb, 2, 3, and the whole right hand. So it's a whole note for 4 beats. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm holding this with this, so this flute is very secure. They'll get used to it, if they spend enough time. By enough time, I mean, ideally, 20 minutes a day. Ideally. Okay, it's not going to happen, probably. But don't let 2, 3, 4 days go between, or someone comes in and says, oh, I couldn't practice this week because I had a birthday party. You know, I mean, they're young. I understand. But they have to learn to get in the habit of polishing their skills. And it'll be fine. It's a big class, 13 students, 25 minutes, 13 students. So practicing is really essential, and we do the best we can. And I just encourage you to be applaud them when they take out the instrument. One young girl came in today and said, oh, I practice every day. I really worked at getting that C and so forth, and it showed. All right. So thanks very much. We'll see you again, and thanks so much. Have a great weekend and enjoy the nice warm weather.